Good morning, comic fans. With the Comic Push at the Comics Club, Tampa and Brandon's favorite comic and gaming store. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. It is August 28th, Wednesday, New Comic Book Day, and the 4th of 4 in this month. Next month, the Comic Book Pusher and the Comics Club will be at Comics and Brews. I think there's a link to Comics and Brews right there. There it is. Go check it out if you want to see where we're going to be. On the 29th. It's a one-day show. I don't usually do the shows, but this one-day show is at a brewery, and not that I'm a big beer guy, but I have one of my best friends is, and so I said, hey, you want to do a show at a brewery? And he said, absolutely. So we are going to be there, the Comic Book Pusher and my good helper, and it'll be a lot of fun. A lot of the comic books that we had problems with over the last couple of weeks, most of them have finally arrived. And hey, Steve Fisher, so good to see you this morning. They finally arrived, and I'm so happy because it's been such a disappointment. You know, when comics are late or when there's been some mess up and you don't get your comics on time, or worse, they get them come damaged and you can't get them replaced. You can't get them for the customer, and you got to disappoint everybody. It's awful. The worst thing that can happen in comics is the comics don't show up, or they show up damaged. And everybody's cut things down so close that, you know, sometimes I'm only getting the comics I'm going to get, and then they come damaged, and I've got to try to get the replacements, and then the distributor tells me, oh, I'm sorry, we don't have any. There's a new thing coming up that's going to allow retailers, comic book retailers, to buy directly from publishers through some new channel that's being worked on. We told them, yes, we're interested in this. If we could buy them direct from the publisher, a lot of times the publisher has extra copies that are not in the hands of the distributor, and the distributor says, "Oh, I'm sorry, I can't get you that comic book," you know. But the distributor might be able to get me those comic books. So, you know, I don't know, they might have a minimum. You have to buy at least 3. I don't know. But we don't have any of the details yet, but there's a chance. Anyway, I should dive into this. We have a lot to show you today. The stack is reaching like 14 inches this morning. Wait a second here. Let's see here. Oh yeah, we're a solid 14 inches, but that's because we've doubled up. We have 2 weeks worth of shipments, 2 comic book shipments that kind of came at once. From 2 weeks ago that we've been waiting for. What a disaster! But here we are. But before I jump into the comic books, and we're gonna dive through, and we only have a half hour to get through this. And we have a lot. So, but I want to show you this Tarot Dracula of Transylvania. This is based on the illustrated novel Dracula of Transylvania, but it's a Tarot set. And this is Ricardo Delgado. Now, some of you may or may not be familiar with that name. You hear Ricardo Delgado, and you got to think of at least one thing, and that is the Age of Reptiles, the comic book series that he did for Dark Horse. And his artwork is quite remarkable, and I highly recommend, if you're into tarot, you'll want to get yourself a copy of Dracula Tarot by Delgado. Great stuff. So there's that. Also, we have Avengers: The Future, Avengers Twilight trade paperback. You know, that series was quite popular. So we have that trade paperback. We also have a new Star Wars High Republic Adventure trade paperback, Volume 1 of the story. What is this one? Well, this collects the High Republic Adventures Phase 3, number 1 through 5. So there you go. Also, we got restocks in some of the greatest comic book trade paperback stories of all time. You've got Dark Knight Returns and The Dark Knight Strikes Again, All-Star Superman, beautiful book, and Batman I Am Gotham, Volume 1. Ice Cream Man. We got some of these back in stock if you're into horror, and this is an anthology of horror stories, great stuff. And Paper Girls. This will enthrall you. This is great stuff. Brian K. Vaughan. You can't go wrong with Brian K. Vaughan. I'll tell you what, this guy knows how to write. And what a great story. So there's that. There's that. Also, before we get into the comics, we have the catalogs. This week, all of them have arrived at the same time. How wonderful. Previews catalog. If you're into comics, games, and toys, a lot of independent publishers, a lot of toys and stuff in here. Definitely you should check it out. If you're a regular at the Comics Club, we always have a copy you can look through at the store. You don't have to buy it, but if you do want to buy it, hey, that's cool too. We also have in today's lineup, we have Marvel's preview book. We also have IDW's preview book and DC's preview book, all hitting at the same time. And if you're into games, Game Trade Magazine, number 295, hitting the stands right now. So there you go, all the catalogs and stuff. We've got some great fun comics here. I mean, just a whole bunch of stuff. Before I get into the variant covers, which we have quite a few and some really cool ones, I wanted to show you this oversized comic. If nothing else, to get out of the way, because it's monster size. It is a Treasury Edition size, and it reprints one of the most iconic comic books ever. And this is Superman versus Muhammad Ali. That's what everybody calls this. It's not the actual name of this comic, but this is whatever we call it. It's the jumbo size Treasury Edition Muhammad Ali versus Superman, or Superman versus Muhammad Ali. Now, that's the classic cover, but these facsimile editions they've been doing from DC, we've got foil cover editions. How cool is that? So Muhammad Ali and Superman going at it in foil. And if you didn't like those covers, look at what they did. A blank cover. It's blank in there. You can see it's Muhammad Ali and Superman in there. Blank cover. So if you're an artist, if you want to get your artistic skills going there on that blank cover, who knows? Two Gun. Good to see you so much. Thank you so much for joining us today. We have some cool books to show you. Berserker Lost Book of B, number 1, a 1 in 10 variant cover. Great stuff there. And also, if you are into something killing the children, this is the same book, only with is it Jessica Slaughter on the cover there with him? What a great cover. What a great crossover for the cover, eh? I'm loving it. These two characters. Great stuff. And also, speaking of Berserker Lost Book of B, we have the Unlockable. This is a 1 per store. When you hear the word Unlockable, you know it is a 1 per store. Yeah, I'm loving that too. And this is Something's Killing the Children, number 40. We have this 1 in 25. What an amazing cover that is. I'm loving it. And this one is the thank you, 1 per store. Of Something is Killing the Children, number 40. It's a secret thank you. We didn't even know it was coming. Are you a Dune fan? Dune House of Carino, number 5. This is Unlockable. Virgin cover. Great stuff there. X-Force is up to issue number 2, and we have the 1 in 25 variant for X-Force number 2. Venomverse Reborn. You can get this one real cheap because it came damaged. It's got this terrible spine break right here, right in his tongue. Right at his tongue. So I'm selling it cheap. First one gets here, gets it cheap. This book's going for $40 online, but not with that nick in it. I'm just so annoyed. I dropped the price to a ridiculously cheap price. First one that gets in the door gets it. All right. Moon Knight is Phases of the Moon Knight. Number 1. This is a 1 in 25. Phases of the Moon Knight. Deadpool Team Up, number 1. There's some amazing covers for Deadpool Team Up. I'll tell you what. Marvel's having its 85th anniversary special. Number 1. This is a 1 in 25. You got the Rawhide Kid there on the cover. What a handsome devil he is. That red hair. All right. And we've got 2 more. Amazing Spider-Man, number 56. This is a 1 in 25. And last but certainly not least, Mr. Land, Greg Land, has produced this amazing cover. It's a 1 in 25 of X-Men number 3. What an awesome cover. And we hope to see Mr. Land sometime soon. Maybe we'll catch him at one of these local conventions. What do you think? Because he is a local here, I believe. Okay, let's dive into it. What should we do first here? What do we got? I'll tell you what, since DC has been running so late for so many different reasons, let's try to get the DC done here because we have a lot of it, right? A heck of a lot of it. What's that? Okay, let's see here. Let me get through the DC stuff here. All right. We'll start with that. Okay, here we go. DC Gotham by Gotham City Sirens, issue number 4. Like I say, some of these, this is issue number 2 of Gotham City Sirens that was missing in action for a couple of weeks. We got them back in stock, people. Hope everybody finds their way in to get them. Green Lantern number 14. Loving that cover. It's the Iron Elf. That looks like Iron Man with elf ears. House of Secret facsimile edition, foil cover, or you can get the regular cover if you like. Task Force 7, number 5. Several different covers. This is the one that was supposed to be here. Got that. There's that foil, shiny foil one. There's that one. Oh, I like this one. The lineup ones. They're all getting their mug shots taken. Great stuff there. Look at this Batman Dark Age number 5. I mean, wow, what a cover. Batman being dissolved while Ra's al Ghul looks on in the background. Iron Elf, that's what we've been calling him. He looks like he does. I mean, look at it. It looks like Iron Man with elf ears. The Iron Elf. So there you go. I'm going to get in trouble from putting this out of order by the staff. You messed them all up. Batman Dark Age, issue number 5. What a cool cover that is. WGTH 97.9 FM. Is that a real thing? Is that a real radio station? Batman Off-World. There's some cool covers, I'll tell you. Batman the Brave and the Bold hitting the stands. Look at this. This is issue number 16. I love that stuff. Dead Man. Look at that. Wow. How cool. Oh, and this is the House of Secrets Beetlejuice cover that somehow got separated from the other ones there. Sorry about that. Slide it in there, though. Get it back where it belongs. Detective Comics is up to 1,088. I have this cover for you. I was going to say, it looks like a Magnolia cover, but it says After Magnolia. Samney After Magnolia. It's a cool cover. Cool covers. And we got the Flash. There's some neat covers of the Flash. One of the things that they're doing with all the DC comics right now is Flash number 12 is these things, little action figure covers. You know, they did them with a lot of the different ones, but I don't know. These are just somehow cooler with the superpowers. They've done a lot of the action figure covers, but somehow these ones are just cooler. And they did a good job making them look like almost like a photo of a cover of a toy. They've done a good job of that. Power Girl, issue number 12. Liking that one. That is cool. I don't know if I pulled one of those for me or not, but you know what? I think I have to have that. That's awesome. Slip that over there. This one, Power Girl. Just loving these covers. This next one, Nice House by the Lake by the Sea, issue number 2. Not this cover. Not that it's not an awesome cover. It is. But this cover, I'm just loving this cover. This dog sitting there kind of nonchalantly on the beach, which is strewn with skeletons. I don't know why this is. I think it's an awesome cover. Zatanna, Bring Down the House. This is a black label, and this is book 3. If you are a Zatanna fan or want to become one, this is the book for you. And it is a black label, which is usually a little bit more mature than other titles, other labels. 0 Hour, 30th anniversary. Can you believe it? It's been 30 years since 0 Hour happened? Oh my gosh. That is a long time. It seems like not so long ago that this came out. This is the 30th anniversary of 0 Hour. How cool is that? And I'm loving that cover. Wow. What a great cover. 0 Hour. Gotta love that. So, Death in the Family from the DC Vault. We're doing Death in the Family, Robin Lives. This is issue number 2. There's that cover, and there's also this cover. And last but not least, we have Green Arrow tie-in to Absolute Power. Green Arrow number 15. And there's our DC offerings for today. We'll get into Marvel here, and then we'll jump into Indies last but not least. But yeah, it's a double week for everybody, and sorry about that. Things happen. Everything doesn't always go smoothly in the distribution of stuff. So here we are with Amazing Spider-Man number 56, but this is also being touted as Amazing Spider-Man number 950 because, you know, they play those games. Once we had something in the hobby, it was called milestone issues, and it meant something. And it was cool when an issue would get up to issue number 50 or number 75 or number 100 or 200 or on and on and on. But then at some point they decided to play games with the numbering and decided to have add up all the ones that were mini-series and short series and maxi series and all these things and tie them into the ongoing ones that they had for years, and then add all those numbers together and you get something called a legacy number. And that's why we're at 950 for Spider-Man, because if they weren't playing these kind of games, I don't know where we would be with Spider-Man. Maybe issue 500 somewhere in there, 800 maybe. I don't know. I don't know where we would actually be. But this is issue number 56 of the current run, which they're saying is the legacy number 950. But they got some great covers here, I'll tell you that. Some fun stuff. There you go. Legacy 950 right there. Can't understand why they ever did that. It kind of, you know, it's the same with death, and in the comics it used to mean something. Someone would die and it would take forever if they would come back, and now people die and they're back before the end of the next issue, you know. X-Force hitting the stands, number 2, doing all these Disco Dazzler covers. Some of them are cool and some of them are like, what is that? X-Force number 2. So X-Men is up to number 3. I'm going to put my favorite on the last. I like this first one. It's a fun cover. There you go. Got Rogue by Campbell. Nice stuff. I'm loving it. Now we have Deadpool Team Up. Now this Deadpool Team Up is hilarious. We got some really great covers, and of course we have a ton of them, a ton of covers. If you needed more Deadpool Team Up covers, well, look at that. We got a brown Hulk back here, I think. Look at that. It's brown. The last time we saw him brown was in Marvel Adventures, wasn't it? I think the series from a few years ago had a brown Hulk on there. It's Rob Liefeld art. Like I say, once again, we're doubling up this week. We have a lot of extra comics. There's the Coca-Cola comic. Coca-Cola's been advertising on the covers. It's a shiny foil one. Awesome. This next one's just great. It's Amanda Connor. Okay, he's got his nose. Wolverine has cut off his nose. What a great cover. And also, Amanda's local to our area, too. She never know when she might show up at local conventions. Deadpool Team Up. You didn't like all those covers? Do your own. There you go. Or get one signed. Do the art all around it. There's one guy who's actually burning art onto comic book covers. It's amazing. You can find him. It's called Legal Burn, I think. Good stuff. Amazing artists. People are so talented. We have some really amazing, talented people in our community. I don't know if you've ever gotten a chance to go over and watch Tim Von Clote stuff. A remarkable artist right here local. He lives down in Sarasota, I believe. But he does all the local conventions. I think he was just at the Comic-Con. But what a remarkable artist. He's been doing his stuff. He even has them on comic book covers these days and limited edition variant covers. So my hat's off to you there, Tim. You're doing fantastic. Incredible Hulk, #1. And he also has an entertaining show. You should check out his videos. It's The Marvelous Adventures of T&G, him and his wife, Gretchen, who is Gretchen Von Teacup, I believe, or something like that. She also has her show she does. Fantastic Four. Look at that cover. Well, we just got through the Hulk. That was, I don't know if you noticed that. We suddenly switched. That's Hulk Annual #1. Now we're in Fantastic Four #24. What a great Alex Ross cover, right? Loving this stuff. And the Coca-Cola invading the Marvel world. Fantastic Four #24. Now we have a new comic. It's called Chasm. You may be familiar with the character Chasm. Who knows his background? Do you know who this character was before he became Chasm? He looks kind of like Spider-Man, doesn't he? Anybody know? Tell us in the comment down below. Don't forget to leave a comment down below so you can get into our monthly drawing, which we will doing the first show every month, usually the first Wednesday, if nothing stops us. Sometimes the first Wednesday can be jinxed. Captain America, knock on wood. Captain America #12. How are we for time? Ooh, we got to speed up things. Captain America #12. Great stuff. And Alien versus Avengers. You know, I had to put in a reorder for this because at the last minute, everybody kind of just added this and went crazy. So I have more on order, but there's that cover. Ahsoka from Star Wars with #2. Some amazing covers and a lot of them. I love that one. Just an amazing cover right there. Yeah, from Star Wars and the world of the Mandalorian. And she got her own show. Have I seen all of her show or not? I don't know. Ultimate X-Men issue #6. Hitting the stands. Some fun covers there too. Just upside down. Peach Momoko, one of the most prolific artists in comic books these days. Spider-Gwen Ghost Spider issue #4. That's wild. She's tearing off her face. What's going on there? Venom Separation Anxiety #4. What an amazing cover. I'm loving this cover. It's got everything. It's got everything. It's awesome. Phases of the Moon Knight issue #1. NYX is up to issue #2. Some amazing covers here too. This last one, I love it. That is amazing. Look at that. Great. See, Wolverine's take on his costume. This one, Eastman from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fame. Loving his stuff. Absolutely great. Marvel's 85th anniversary special. There's that one. I think they did a couple of these as like the Scotty Young one. Yeah, this is actually a wraparound. What a great Scotty Young cover this is. I mean, if you are a Scotty Young fan, Merry Christmas. This is awesome. That's just great. Gotta love Scotty Young. clever, talented artist. Venom War Zombiettes. These Zombiettes. See? Zombies. This is the Stormbreaker cover. And last but not least, this one's amazing. Look at this. Wow. What a cover. I'm loving that. That is just some sick cover there. Loving every bit of it. This is Venomverse Reborn, issue number 3. And that'll finish up Marvel Force for today. And for the week. That's a great one. So there you have it. Now, what's left to us is the indies. And there's a lot. This is a lot of comics this week, which is a wonderful thing. But wow, to get through them all is the tough part. So Distillery, as you know, puts out oversized comics. And these oversized comics from Distillery, this latest one is called Life. And I'm told by distributors that Life has already gone into a second printing. It is just sold out and it's that popular. And I love the artwork. I think these are amazing. A couple of the stories have intrigued me. I thought they were really good. I'm not a fan of this format myself, but it's catching on again. And it's like those oversized comics and these magazine-sized comics have been around for a very long time, and we're never going to get around them. But it's not my cup of tea, you know. It's just not my cup of tea. But that's just me. Don't go by me. Go by your own feelings about comic book sizes. I prefer them smaller, but great stuff there. When it is big, you get the artwork, you know, in full size, which is always great. It's the storage thing. I don't have enough space. So little space. Something is Killing the Children, issue number 40. You saw the variants for these earlier. This is beautiful foil one. A nice Virgin variant. Look at that. This one, I think Jessica Slaughter might be in trouble. This one is Hello Darkness. We had a problem with some of these getting damaged. I don't know if we can get replacements. That's one of the problems with the indie companies. Not being able to get replacements from when they get damaged or what have you. Blade Runner Tokyo Nexus, issue number 2. And like I say, it's a double shipment. Mr. Happy would like to jump in and tell you that the secret word for the day, for the week, is double for our double shipment. Right, Mr. Happy? Yeah. I know it's all my fault. Double is the secret word. If you know the secret word, it gets you 15% off any single item in the store. There's some restrictions will apply. If you're a Discount Club member or a subscriber, you get an extra 5%. So that gives you 20% off any single item in the store. Limit 1 per person per day. Thank you, Mr. Happy. We'll see you next time. All right, Dune. This is House Corona, issue number 5. Negaduck. Are you a Negaduck fan? The latest issue is hitting the stand, issue number 7. This is a Florida Man, Hogzilla. Are you a Florida Man fan? Here in Florida, we find this absolutely hilarious. Nancy Boys, which issue are we up to here? Issue number 3. Rocketeer breaks free, issue number 2. Rocketeer over San Francisco there. And look at these posers. Rocketeer wannabes. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Saturday Morning Adventures, issue number 16. A couple different covers for you. Sonic the Hedgehog. Are you a Sonic fan? We're up to 72. Look at that. I like the way they did these panels on the cover. Issue number 72. Great stuff. Star Trek, Defiant. And when she was Tasha Yar, I don't know if you remember, in Star Wars, one of my favorite characters. And they killed her off, though, and then she became a Romulan. You never know. Well, she didn't. I think something happened there. I have to watch the story. Look at that. Worf. Savage, speaking of oversized comic books, Savage Sword of Conan, we just got, 30 the original Savage Sword of Conan comics magazine size in, plus a whole bunch of back issues of Conan. We've just gotten a collection. If you're a Conan fan, if you're local, you should get in here and have a look. We've got a lot of extra King Conan, Conan the Barbarian, Savage Sword of Conan. Yep, great stuff. This is Battle of the Black Stone. Okay, Resident Alien, The Book of Life, issue number 3 of 4. There's also a TV show on this. I don't know if you caught it on Sci-Fi Channel. Watched the first series, the first season. It was excellent. This is Geiger. We're up to issue number 5 of the current series. You know, I got those checkerboards up there. The go-go checks, as they called them on the DC ones back in the 60s. Those are my favorite comics. That's what I collect. Go-go checks. The DC ones. The original ones. But that did, you know, that did entice me to buy this one. Napalm Lullaby, issue number 6. Rifters. This is a time travel comic, issue number 3. I think this is a homage cover. Does anybody recognize this cover? Is it Kiss? I'm not certain. It makes me think of Kiss. Is it Kiss? I'm not certain. It almost looks like Kiss's logo up there. Rifters, there you go. Running from the hordes of everything, looks like. And these two. This looks like they've gone back to San Francisco in the 60s. Sesame Street, can you tell me how to get there? I'm wondering. Can you tell me how to get to Sesame Street? This is issue number 1. Sesame Street. Grover lends a hand. If you got little ones, what a great comic for them, huh? Oh, I forgot to show you on this last one of Rifters. Look at this cover on the back. I love the back art, cover art. It's always great stuff. And the Sesame Street gives you a little thing on the back. Stroll along Sesame Street, enjoying Grover. Biker Mice from Mars was a very popular comic way back in the day. I think it was in the late 80s, somewhere in there, or in the 80s. This is issue number 2 of the modern version of it. Also, there's a video game called Cult of the Lamb. They've done a comic book on it, and it has been super popular, this comic book, for an indie. Even one with a game. This one's been popular. Drawing Blood. We're up to issue number 5. I don't know how much farther we can go with this book. Drawing Blood. I mean, it looks so interesting. And look at that. It's Eastman on the cover. Eastman doing the cover. Yeah, it's a Kiss album, isn't it? Kiss. I thought so. King Spawn, issue number 37. With a little teaser of what's to come. And issue number 38 of King Spawn. Looks like he's on a throne of bones there. Monstrous, issue number 54. Okay, we're cutting it tight here, people. Knights, issue number 10. That's an interesting one. Rogue Sun, 21. With a little art on the back. The Sacrificers, issue number 11. Really detailed cover art there. Saga, the ongoing Sis series. We're up to 68 on it. Spawn kills every Spawn, so he claims. We're going to keep track, Todd. We'll see. Did you kill every one of them? I mean, everyone? That's pretty funny. Transformers Facsimile Edition. Number 1. We had, unfortunately, several of them came damaged, so we're waiting for restocks. Frankenstein. So this is a Transformers, but their card stock, when you open it up, it doesn't have the cover. It just has the comic. And that is an original reprint in there. Frankenstein from Universal Monsters. Is this Universal Monsters? Collect all the covers. This is Universal Monsters Frankenstein issue 1. Draw your own Frankenstein if you like. Again, this one jumps right into it. Or this one. I like that cover. That's pretty cool. William of Newbury, issue number 4. Nemesis, issue number 4. This is Rogues Gallery, issue number 4. It says Rogues Gallery, but it's not a picture book. It's a comic. Oh, and I forgot to show you in the back of William of Newbury. That's cool. This is the other Nemesis. Just a black and white version there. Morning Star, we're up to issue number 5. Dick Tracy, perennial favorite. When the Blood Has Dried, issue number 5. Scale Trade, issue number 4. You're dealing in dragon scales. Void Rivals, issue number 12. Some interesting stuff there. Last Mermaid, another one of those oversized comics, each one with their own little different format size. Last but not least, Philadelphia with an absolutely amazing Savage Dragon cover. Wow. Oh, I'm loving that. So there you have it, people. Our very large comic book offering for this week, because it doubled up, and that's what Mr. Happy said. Double is the secret word. If you know the secret word, to get you 15% off any single item in the store. Limit 1 per person per day. 20% if you're a Discount Club member or a subscriber. Don't forget to leave a comment down below so you get into our monthly drawing. Hit that subscribe bell. Give us a thumbs up. Tell your friends about us. And remember, read. It brings out